Hello everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to be explaining how you can make your PC a Plex media server. This tutorial is going to be a dedicated Windows one. I have done tutorials in the past for TrueNAS scale, also Windows, but this is going to be in depth, so everything will be covered. First of all, what Windows PC do you need? Well, if I go over here to Task Manager, you'll get an idea of what system we have. You go to performance, then you see here is your processor. I have a 12th gen Core i5 12600KF. Now, Plex doesn't heavily use a processor, it uses more a graphics card for transcoding, but you also need a decent-ish processor if you don't have a good graphics card. My suggestion would be an Intel i5 from 4th gen and beyond. So next up is memory. This system I have 16 gigabytes of RAM, you might have 8. You need to make sure you have at least 8 gigabytes, 16 if you can afford it. Next you'll need storage to place the movies in. I have an NVMe SSD. It's as you can see 932 gigabytes, so basically 1 terabyte. If you have a lot of movies, you might need more storage. Typically, Ultra HD 4K movies range between 20 to 60 gigabytes. Basic 1080p 720p movies are no less than 15 gigabytes, but TV shows will take up a lot more. If you have, for example, 6 seasons and each season has like 10 episodes, you are roughly looking at 30 gigabytes per episode times 5 you might have. That's 300 gigabytes for one TV show, of course, if you have good quality as well. But that's besides the part. You also need an internet connection. I would strongly suggest you get an Ethernet connection. I have as you see on my motherboard here, 2.5 gigabytes. I don't get that much speed. I only get about 100 megabit, but that's still pretty good. Make sure to use a wired connection. You don't want to rely on Wi-Fi because it's very unreliable. Third thing, the most important one, is going to be your graphics card. Now here I have an NVIDIA GTX 1660 Super. Make sure you have a card that supports the features you want. For example, if you are going to use integrated graphics and you need 4K HDR 10-bit transcoding, make sure you choose a graphics card that supports that. For example, to get 10-bit HDR 4K, you will need Intel 7th generation integrated graphics and beyond, and most NVIDIA GPUs will do a great job at this. If you're going with NVIDIA, make sure to get one with an NVENC chip. So that would be GTX 9th generation and beyond. Okay, that's everything as far as the hardware is concerned. Now you also need a stable copy of Windows. In this case, I'm going to use Windows 11, but you can also use Windows 10 if you want. And that's everything about the system. Now I'm going to show you how you actually set it up. First of all, you'll need a movie library. I'm going to go to File Explorer here. I recommend setting this up beforehand. I'm going to use my TrueNAS library. It's just a location on the network. If I go here, this is where all my movies are. This is where all my TV shows are. I only have 5. Now that we know the location of our media, we need to open Google, type in Plex Media Server. Yep. Now you go to Downloads. Here, as you can see, I have Windows already selected. Choose Distribution. Choose 64-bit. Now wait for it to finish downloading. This should normally not take very long. There it is. Click on it. Press Run. You might get a warning. Do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? Press Yes. Click on Next. This is going to tell you where it's going to install the Plex files. I suggest leaving it at stock. Do not change this. Next. Give it a name, or just leave it as default. Next. Now press on Install. Now press Finish. Make sure to tick launch Plex media server. Now this should automatically open up a new tab. If it does not, you can go down here, right click on Plex and press open. My home screen is empty because I do not have many media here. What you want to do is go to more and press the plus icon here, and then I'll select movies, press next. Here I'm going to put in the media path for the movies I showed you earlier. So that would be here, TrueNAS. If you also have it over the network, you can just go here, copy it, go back here, paste it. Now, sorry, this is the actual path. Copy this, go here, paste it, and press add library. As you can see, the movies are currently being it's scanning the files for any metadata, and as you can see, the movies will show up. Now, if you want to add TV shows, you would just do the same process. Go on plus, TV shows, next, browse for media folder, again put in the path, but here want to change it to TV shows. So if you're also using a network drive, just put this in. If your media is locally on your device, you would just go to the file explorer and find it here. For example, you might have videos here, but in this case I do not. Okay, as you can see, it's also going to if you get this error, it's empty, make sure you have put in the right path. Here I might have put it down wrong, so I'll just go back, I'll copy this, I'll get back here, I'll paste it, save changes, and now it should work. Okay, it might be that I'm already searching the network, but all your movies should load up like this. For example, and I know this will happen to some of you, you might get a movie which doesn't have the correct metadata. Here, for example, Leo, this is not the right one. The movie I have is from 2023, and it's a children movie. It's not this. So you would click on more and fix match. As you can see, it will show you there might be many movies with the same title on the same year. For example, mine is this, the second one, but not the first one. So I would click on this, and now it should apply the correct metadata here. Yeah, if I go here, it's not giving it for some reason. Hold on. You might want to do unmatch, so it just removes it. Maybe you have to wait for this to go, I'm not sure. But it does usually do a good job at recognizing all of the movies. This is pretty much everything. If you have any questions, anything you would want me to cover, make sure to put it down in the comments below. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, goodbye.